Om Swastiastu. The Honorable Lecturer of Advanced Speaking is Mr. Wijaya and all of my beloved friends. So today in this video, I would like to present you about my article review with the title is Incorporating Local Culture in English Teaching Material for Undergraduate Students, published by Igusti Ngurah Agung Wijaya Mardika. Before that, let me introduce myself first. My name is Komang Jaya Santika. I'm from A2 Denpasar class. Fourth semester, my ID student number is 2111711039. Table of contents. The first one is introduction. They are background of the study, research question. Number two is methodology. They are type of research, participant, data collection, research instrument. And the last one is finding and discussion. They are important findings and conclusion. So the first one is background of the study. The existing English teaching material for the student of the Hinduism Education Department of IHADA and Denpasar has three main weaknesses. The topic of the material are considered too foreign by the student. The level of difficulty is too high, and the layout and presentation of the material is boring. To overcome these weaknesses, the researchers develop a new material based on the needs and criticism from the student, using culturally familiar reading text and incorporating activities for listening and speaking. So this is the research question that I get from this article. The first one is, what will happen if local culture is included in English teaching material for undergraduate students? Number two, how are the new English teaching material being developed different from those that existed before? So this is the second one is methodology. The first one is type of research. This research using research development study using a simplified version of the ADDIE developed model by Dick and Carey. Second one is data collection. Using questionnaire filled out by the student about the new course book, which was then triangulated through observation and interview. And the next is participant. The participant of the study were 82 students of the first semester from Hindu Education Department First A and First B at the Denpasar campus. And the research instrument, there are three. The first one is questionnaire, observation, and the last one is interview. So this is this finding and discussion. The first one is the existing English teaching material for the student of Hinduism Education Department of IHADA and Denpasar has three main weaknesses. The first one is the topic of the material are considered too foreign by the student. Number two, the level of difficulty is too high. And the last one is the layout and presentation of the material is boring. Number two, the new English teaching material that was developed based on the needs and criticism of the student using culturally familiar reading text and incorporating activities for listening and speaking was found to be more interesting, easier to understand, and more fun to learn than existing material. Number three, The majority of the students prefer the new material over the existing material in terms of appeal, level of difficulty, enjoyment during studying, material content, and overall references. Number four, the familiarity of the material enables students to learn more and achieve more, which boosts their motivation and involvement in learning. Number five, the incorporation of local culture material help the student in learning English, reduce the foreign nuances of the material, and reduce the stress of level student due to the familiarity of the material. And the last one is the use of appealing colors and pictures in the material is important as it can arouse student interest and curiosity, reduce boredom, and act as a landmark to help students navigate the material. So this is uh, the result of this the questionnaire. There are 5 questions there. The first one is the material more interesting than the exact material. Number 2, this material is easier to understand than the existing material. Number 3, this material is more fun to learn than the existing material. This material helped me learn English better than the existing material. Number, the last one is I prefer to study English using this material than the existing material. So this is the finding and discussion too. The new material was found to be more interesting, easier to understand, and more fun to learn than the existing material. The majority of the students prefer the new material over the existing material in terms of appeal, level of difficulty, enjoyment during studying, material content, and overall preferences. The familiarity of the material enables the student to learn more and achieve more, which boosts their motivation and involvement in learning. The study recommends considering local culture when developing English material and suggests further research on the effectiveness of culturally familiar material in teaching English at different levels. The study also acknowledged the importance of listening comprehension in language learning. Overall, the study highlights the importance of developing English teaching material that are culturally relevant and engaging to students, as this can improve their motivation and success in learning the language. So this is the previous research. There are several previous researchers cited in the article, including the first one is from Yin Ki-am, 1985, with the title is The Role of Prior Knowledge in Reading Comprehension, Reading in Foreign Language. Number 2 is from Sase A.S. and Abdelil and Im from 2014, with the title is Relationship Between Prior Knowledge and Reading Comprehension. Number 3, from Hetherington A. 1985, with the title is Assessing the Suitability of Reading Material for ESL Student. Number 4, from RVSIG 2007, with the title is Selecting Reading Material Wisely. And the last one from EGP 2009, with the title is The Effect of Features on the Reading Comprehension of Low Proficiency Taiwan's English Foreign Language College Student, an action research study. So this is the last part, is the conclusion. Developing English teaching material that are culturally familiar and relevant to student need and interest can improve the effectiveness of English language learning. The study found that the existing English teaching material for the student of Hinduism Education Department of IADN Denpasar had several weaknesses, including being too foreign, too difficult and boring. Those weaknesses were addressed by developing a new material that used culturally familiar reading text and incorporate activities for listening and speaking. So that's all that I can say in this presentation. If I said the wrong word or the wrong pronunciation, I would like to say sorry for that. And thank you for attention for watching this video. And let's close the presentation with Paramasanti. Om Santi 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 Om.